Travis Wingate. So, before I get to the social experiment I tried last night, I remembered my dream. I was in a building. It was not a school, but Eva Vasilevska, who was my anthropology of the Middle East instructor at the University of Utah, was having a class, sort of. She came to me, and I had told her that my intention was to become an archaeologist, to make a discovery, and then it was expected that I would teach for the rest of my life about that discovery. And she then wrote down on a piece of paper her phone number, and I could see the number that she was putting on there. And that was it. With that, there were some other details about the building being attacked and bombed, and my having a room in that building as well, which was interesting. And I was concerned that the bomb and the attack were going to separate me from my property. I then got involved with another situation away from the building where a woman helped get me a ride, and it was in my old neighborhood out in Riverton, but it was not Riverton. That part of the dream is a little bit fuzzy, but we pulled up at a house, and I was going to begin my archaeological discovery or publication or something like that. So it seems like the dream was a flashback dream, because Eva is in the past. She was my teacher. I had done several reports in her classes about my discoveries, but it also seems to be applicable to today, as I am under attack, and all I wanted to do was live the rest of my life going over my discoveries in Paleo-Hebrew and Egyptian petroglyphs, connections to the Bible. So the social experiment that I tried last night took off. I titled it fairly right. It was How Joseph Smith Translated the Book of Abraham. It was just a redo of a previous video where I put in LDS Church lies, Joseph Smith is a translator. And so this one, it's the same video. It's just I cut off what the church lies about, saying Joseph Smith is not a translator, he's just a revelator. And that was it. Re-uploaded it. And so all you see is how Joseph Smith translated the Book of Abraham. And for this social experiment, the thumbs down and the thumbs up, they're open. Anybody can come here and put their thumbs up and thumbs down. Not like this video, but for this social experiment. And I put it on my homepage for new and subscribers, except for some reason YouTube did not allow it on my for subscribers thing. They put it back to the LDS Church Lies, and as a result, I also made it available for people to comment, so that all the comments can be seen. And what happened? These are what happened as of 2:42 this morning. I don't think if I refresh the page it would change, but we'll refresh the page. Oh, one extra person. Couldn't be me, because I ran the test and they don't give me extra points for me watching. But nonetheless, there it is. 59 views since last night at 7 o'clock approximately when I uploaded it. And and so for me, that is an outbreak video. But 2 thumbs up, 18 thumbs down. 18. And so this is curious. Nobody's commenting. Nobody's saying, "You suck, man. Oh, this video is wrong. Joseph Smith is a liar. He's a fraud." No, none of that. None of that. "Oh, you're not the prophet, Travis. Only the prophet can translate." None of that either. So I don't know who are the haters here. It's 18. 18. And it can't be Russians. Russians have been dealing with their own issues. They're starting to build back up again, as we're hearing in the news, but for the most part, they've stayed away from me. And they've considered me a non-issue now. And as thumbs up and thumbs down were not available on my previous videos here, I was recognizing an assault of bullies who obviously knew their thumbs up and thumbs down were not counting, and yet they still put the thumbs down. That's a clear indicator that they're sending me a message specifically, that it's not something that they're just randomly doing because they see my video and they don't like the title, and so they put a thumbs down and leave. This is interesting because Mormons are the ones targeted here. They're the ones who have Joseph Smith as a founder. They have the Book of Abraham. Mormons would be the ones interested in watching this. And I don't speak in it. It's just scripture and facsimile that's used for that scripture, because that's how Joseph Smith did it. And so I don't see people who are not Mormon coming to this, because I don't see them typing in Joseph Smith. I just don't see that. I don't see them caring about Joseph Smith at all. So I doubt it's people who aren't Mormon. And so the only trigger words are for those who are Mormon or who are critical of the Mormon Church, who left the church, who are ex-Mormon, who are Christian, and who are furious. And so it's interesting, because if it's people who are anti-Mormon, we'll use the slur term that Mormons use for them. For us, they include me in that slur. Why aren't they commenting? Why aren't they saying Joseph Smith is a fraud, he's a fake, etc.? I mean, we've got 18 people out of the 59 who are saying, you're wrong, Travis, we don't like this video. We don't like what you're doing. And so it's not clear who. If it's Mormons, oh my God, what's wrong with you? That's the whole point that I've been making this whole time, is that Mormons were attacking me. And that's who have been coming here. You know, I have my regular subscribers who are the anti-Mormon like me, ex-Mormon. But is this showing that Mormons are not happy? We have yet to find out. I'm going to keep the social experiment going, obviously. Keep the thumbs up and thumbs down available, keep the comments available. But this is literally eye-opening, because the educated guess as to who the audience is that hates this the most are Mormons. Because Mormons are all notified to stay away from my videos. And they may have already come to at least one of my video to hate me and express their disgust. Many who have verbally expressed or typed out their disgust were banned, so it can't be them. But yeah, this is very, very telling of something. Because if it's those who hate the Mormon Church, they know me. They know my channel. They can see the other videos I do, and go, oh, okay, this is just Travis. You know, the church is out to get him because he's a translator. That's why I have the lawsuit. Church won't leave me alone. They're bullying me as I'm trying to publish on Amazon and talk about it on YouTube. This channel, TWG, was intended to correspond with my website and correspond with Amazon and to promote the translation work. This was supposed to be the rest of my life as a scholar who made decipherments and is now trying to educate the world. But the church stepped in and shut me down. They do not want this information out, and so that's what's very interesting here, is that I show in this video that Joseph Smith is a translator, and there is nothing harmful to Mormons about it, unless Mormons truly don't like Joseph Smith and want nothing to do with him. That's what the social experiment was about, to find out, are these Mormons who are hating this video, or is it ex-Mormons who don't realize who I am, that I am an ex-Mormon too? But Mormons need to realize I'm Mormon. And so what I've had to go through since moving to Utah, and I've experienced it throughout my life, so I knew of the behavior when I came to Utah, is that when you stand up to a bully, the bully will at first puff up his chest, you know, oh yeah, and he'll get threatening if you just stand up to him. Say, hey, stop it, quit being mean, quit being a bully. They'll immediately respond with, oh yeah. I've seen it over and over and over again throughout my life, and especially in the church. When you tell them, hey, Joseph Smith was a translator, oh yeah. And so they will get worse. The only way to stop a bully not to just stand up to them, but to punch them in the nose and knock them down. And knock them down good. So that they realize, oh crap, I'm going to get the hell beat out of me. I'm leaving them alone. That's the only way to stop a bully. You can't reason with them. You can't just say, hey, please stop. That's inappropriate. They won't listen. They won't respond other than to, oh yeah? That's how bullies are. They have to assert their dominance. They have to assert that they are in control. They want you to conform and comply and live your life in fear to their bullying. They do not want you challenging them. They do not want you standing up to them. And when they are in a position of power, or a position of trust, religious position, that's a recipe for destruction. And so they are technically using emotional extortion, emotional blackmail, to get angry at you, to have you live your life in fear of them, so that you can't be free to live your life. You have to live your life according to how they want you to live it. That's the bullying behavior. And that's what I have had to deal with on YouTube because of the thumbs up and the thumbs down. See, that's supposed to be for professional companies who are putting their music on there, who are putting their movies on there. This is not for vloggers. You don't put thumbs up and thumbs down for vloggers. That's why YouTube had to create a whole separate children's channel, is to keep away the bullies. Because they couldn't figure out, hey, why is this happening? I don't understand. It's because they allowed for bullies to have a voice. This is the bully pulpit right here. Thumbs up and thumbs down. The comments, people can report bullies. People are not reporting bullies as they need to. But YouTube doesn't really set it up to say, hey, this is abusive versus spam. They need to separate those categories. And when you say, hey, this is spam, you need to get rid of the comment rather than having it reported and YouTube saying, oh, we're going to evaluate this and decide for ourselves whether this is or not. You know, or abuse, oh, okay, well, we'll leave the comment on so everybody can continue to see it. But then we'll decide whether it's bullying and abuse or not. You can't have that. YouTube screws it all up with that process. The views in and of themselves show the popularity of the video. That's all that's needed. And comments are only for people to show support for vloggers. So yeah, our society is all screwed up, but I'm watching this. This is very interesting because only 2 likes. During this coronavirus, for the last month of June, YouTube tells me that the majority of the people now come to my videos on Sundays. Thus, we have Sunday today. And so I'm going to be watching this. Those of you who come to this video will not know about it. You're not going to say, oh, Travis did how Joseph Smith translated the book of Abraham. Now he's saying bullies are on the rise or something. I don't know what I'm titling this one yet. Maybe the Mormon social experiment. Mormons fail. But regardless, they're not going to go to both. YouTube says most of the people do a search for what they want to find and what they want to look for. And it's not because, oh, Travis, I want to find out what Travis is up to lately. Nobody wants to do that. So, yeah, very, very telling here as something that supports the Mormon church, at least that of Joseph's Mormon church. And already it's hated. Majority hated. Dominantly hated. And, yeah, where are the Mormons to step up and say, hey, Travis, you're a good guy, we're supporting you? Where are the Mormons? The Mormons are not here to support me. So, I'm now talking to the wind as everybody's stopped watching this video. But, yeah, I was curious to see how my life was going to fare, because tomorrow now is the last day for the church to object and confess that they're guilty, which isn't going to happen. And so any day after tomorrow, I'll be on the lookout for Judge Waddups. But I noticed over this weekend, it's picking up, because they know I can't put in a continuous, Your Honor, people are being mean to me, they're trying to kill me. I can't do that anymore. That's it. We're waiting for Waddups, and that's over. And so they know this. And so, yes, the attacks are rising, just as I expected. And and once the decision is made, if I lose, I'm toast. And don't be surprised if you don't see any more videos, because I'll be gone, one way or another, whether I have to run away or whether the Mormons lock me up again for just trying to support Joseph as a translator. It's unclear right now. So